Hello, my name is Yande, and I'm a middle school guy. I'm in Evergreen Middle School. So today I'm going to interview my aunt. Tell us a little bit about yourself, such as your name, position, and education.
My name is Miriam Sinyan. I am a Gambian. I was born and raised in the Gambia. I relocated to the United States when I was 24 years old. I did go to college here in the US at Highline Community Center. I studied business management from fall of 2000 to fall of 2010 to summer 2013. Yeah.
Share with us your IGNI group, community, your ideal. Identify with.
I am a Wolof. Wolof is one of the tribes, or as we know it in the US, dialects, one of the dialects in the Gambia. I do speak another dialect, which is Mandinka, and then English. So I technically speak 3 different dialects, but I am a Wolof, yeah. And Gambian by birth, yeah.
Share and explain that experience that led
you
to your career path.
So my dad has always been a mentor. I am an only daughter, so I've always been a 30s girl. So I've always aspired, to follow his footsteps. My dad was an accountant before he moved to the US here. So I did study business accounting when I was in high school, and when I graduated from high school in Gambia, I did proceed to do some accounting courses before relocating to the United States. When I came to the United States, when I went to college, I was majored in business management, but accounting was one of my main focus. So I did study accounting, I did my college and everything, and then later on, I was not in love with it as much as I thought I would be, so I did work in the nursing field for a little bit. I was a nursing assistant for a while, and then my dad being my motivator and my mentor, he is in the trucking business, so he has a trucking company. So I did change my career path to being a truck dispatcher, which is what I've been doing up to this point. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from a small country called the Gambia. It is on the west coast of West Africa. It is one of the smallest countries, and it's called the Smiling Coast of Africa because people from the Gambia are very nice, very open, very welcoming, and very heartwarming. They're very open to other people, other cultures, They like teaching other people their culture, share their food, and share their culture. So I am very proud to say that I am a Gambian.
What language do you speak?
I speak Wolof, I speak Mandinka, and I speak English.
What was it like attending school in your country versus the US?
Attending school in my country was amazing, but as a kid and everything being normalized from the Gambia, I did not appreciate it whilst I was there. One of the things that stood out to me was here in the US, it's very easy for people to have equipments that they need for their learning. Like for instance, let's say a computer, for example. When I was in Gambia, I was lucky to go to a high school that we did have computers, and we can practice and do everything that we needed to do. But that was not the case for other students who were attending other schools. So coming here and seeing that everything is accessible, that was an eye-opening for me, but also a culture shock too, because Gambia, like I said, everybody is very open, people are welcoming and everything. So to move to a different country with a different culture, it took a little bit in college for me to adjust to, people don't know you, so they just can't be open to you. They have to spend some time with you, be comfortable, and they can be open to you. So that was a culture shock. But other than that, everything else, I did have a good college experience in the US as well.
What challenges did you face?
Challenges. Like I said, the culture shock was one of them. You know, making sure. I mean, like I said, Gambia, everything is being normalized. Making sure that if you need something, you're asking help in the right way. You know, not invading people's personal space and anything like that, or doing things that might make them feel uncomfortable. So that was a culture shock, and it was a challenging. But once I crossed that path, you know, it was okay.
What were some of the hopes and dreams you have as a child?
So again, it goes back to my dad. My mom was a teacher for a very long time. You know, she inspires me. I've seen her with other people's kids because some of the kids used to come to our house for studies. You know, she gets food for them and everything. So when I was very little, I did think maybe I will follow my mom's path. But as I grow older, you know, it was my dad's path. I think one of the reasons why I lean more towards my dad's side is in the Gambia, and I believe in most part of the world, teachers are not very appreciated. They go through a lot. They do a lot. They spend a lot of their time with other people's kids, you know, time that they take away from their own kids, but they don't get appreciated, and they don't get paid what they deserve, and they don't get the respect they deserve. So even though my mom was a motivating factor for me, I didn't want to do a job that I wouldn't be respected. So my dad being an accountant, when I was growing up, I see that as a more respectable job. You know, people appreciated my dad more, the way they looked at him, look up to him, even though my mom was doing probably 10 times harder than what he was doing, my dad was more appreciated. So for me, I lean more towards like following my dad's footsteps.
Who inspires you? Who do you admire? Why?
So I admire both my mom and my dad, like I said, because my mom was a teacher and she is very modern, you know, she loves people, she is very welcoming and everything. And she taught me all the standards that I have, the ethics, respect and everything, and how to be a lady. But academically, my dad was my main motivator because, you know, education is like, he's so big on education. He doesn't play with that. He takes it very serious. So I did love that he always advocates for education. So they both motivated me in different ways.
What advice do you have for others like me who have a similar culture background?
For you, I would say learn as much as you can, you know, be open to new cultures, be open to new ideas, do the best you can in whatever you set your mind on. Don't be limited onto one thing, you know, be curious, be willing to learn more, be willing to know more, you know, the sky is the limit. You can do it as long as you set your mind up to it, you can do it.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I'm just thankful that you choose me to do this experience with you, and I am grateful to be here. And thank you to Evergreen and Tacoma, Europe of Tacoma, for having me here. Yeah.
One question, last not the least. Tell us something of the benefits
Yeah.
of your being multi-line.
Being multicultural has so many different benefits because you speak more than one language, you get to experience more than one culture. So in some ways it helps. For me, for the most part, then you can see, okay, like you can look at the good in other people's culture, you can emulate that, but do not forget your culture. Your culture too is very important, and you can share that with your friends as well. You know, let them tell you about their culture, you tell them about your culture, so that you guys can have something to bond on. So for me, it's very important to be multicultural or multi-language, because even if you do not get like the same people that to speak it with, you have your friends, you know, you can teach them something. Who knows, someday they might be, okay, you know what, I want to visit your country, and then you can go show them around your culture and everything. So yeah, I think it is great to be a multilingual.